If you sell anything online, you know you're fighting a constant battle on two fronts, right? First, you got to get found. And second, you have to get sold. Now, these two things feel connected, but honestly, they need totally different game plans. So today, we're going to break down the crucial difference between the tools for each job, keywords versus key features. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole e-commerce puzzle. You might have the best product in the world, but first you have to win the visibility game, just to pop up in a sea of competitors. Then, once someone actually clicks on your page, you have to win the persuasion game to turn that curiosity into a real sale. The secret is knowing you've got two very different tools for these two very different jobs. So let's start with tool number one. This is the one that solves that whole getting found problem. We're talking about keywords, of course. And their entire job, their whole reason for being, is attraction. It's about pulling customers out of that massive digital ocean and leading them straight to your product page. At its core, a keyword is basically the language of the search bar. It's the bridge that connects what a customer is thinking and what they're typing to the product you're actually selling. You're pretty much teaching the search engine all the different ways someone might ask for what you have. And this one reveals the single most important thing you have to understand about keywords. Who are they really for? They're not for the buyer. Nope. They're mostly hidden, working behind the scenes. You're not talking to a person here. You are talking to a machine, an algorithm. And that, my friends, changes everything. To make this super clear, let's follow a single, pretty boring product through this whole process. We're going to use a stainless steel angle. It's a basic industrial part, yeah, but it's the perfect way to illustrate both of these concepts. Just think about all the different ways somebody might search for this one thing. A contractor? They might type steel angle for construction, but an engineer might be looking for SS304 angle. Your keywords act like a universal translator, telling the algorithm, hey, all these different people, they're all looking for the exact same thing, this product right here. Okay, so the customer typed in a keyword, and boom, they've landed on your page. The algorithm did its job. Now it's time to switch tools. Let's move on to key features and see how they take over. Their job isn't attraction anymore. It's all about persuasion. This is the one question your product page has to answer, and it has to answer it fast. The second a real human is looking at your listing, they are not thinking in search terms anymore. They're thinking about value, about quality, about benefits. They want to know what's in it for them. So key features are your direct sales pitch to that customer. They're the bullet points, the descriptions, the specs, everything that's front and center, totally visible, and designed to communicate value to a person. The purpose here is completely different from keywords. You are not trying to rank, you're trying to convince. You're explaining the real-world benefits, you're building trust in your quality, and you're giving the buyer every reason they need to just go ahead and click Add to Cart. And here's where we see that shift in action. Let's go back to our steel angle. A buyer doesn't really care about the keyword SS angle bar. What they care about is that it's corrosion and rust resistant. They care about its high strength and long-lasting durability. You see, these features answer the real questions a human has, and that's what overcomes their hesitation to buy. All right, we've looked at them separately. Now let's put them right next to each other. This is where the difference becomes so obvious and so incredibly useful for you. This table just lays it all out. I mean, look at the contrast in every single row. Keywords are for the algorithm, features are for the customer. Keywords are on the back end, features are on the front end. But the most important difference is the focus. Keywords are all about getting found with search terms, while features are all about closing the sale with product benefits. So let's just boil this down to its simplest form. First up, keywords are all about the how. And key features, they're all about the why. Keywords answer how they find you. Key features answer why they should buy from you. If you get those two things right, you've pretty much mastered the game. Now, knowing the difference is great, but the absolute bestsellers, they know how to make these two things work together. It's not about choosing one or the other. It's about using them in perfect harmony. And this right here is the pro move. The goal isn't to keep them totally separate, but to weave your keywords naturally into your features. Take a look at the correct example on the left. It's a clear, helpful sentence for a human, right? But it also has valuable keywords like rust-free, stainless steel, and industrial use for the algorithm. The example on the right, well, that's just keyword stuffing. It's a jumbled mess that turns customers off and can even get you penalized. So let's boil all of this down to the one single powerful takeaway that is going to change how you write your product listings from this day forward.
This is it. This is the mantra. When you're working on your back-end keywords, think like an algorithm. But when you're writing your bullet points and your description, think like your customer. If you can separate those two jobs in your mind, you will master both attraction and persuasion.
And I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Right after this, pull up one of your own products listings. Read your keywords, then read your features. Are you talking to the right audience in the right place? Answering that one question honestly, well, that could be the key to unlocking your next level of sales.